So should we start off with good things to do?
Okay.
Good things to do are to keep in contact, not be scared to keep in contact.
Lots of people sort of stay on the periphery, or don't really know what to do, or I don't know what to say, or I don't want to intrude. I think people worry about getting in contact and sort of disturbing you, and you were saying, oh, actually no, she's walking around, she's talking, you know.
Able to receive a phone call.
I love getting messages from my friends and seeing what they're up to, that there's a world out there and nice things are happening. It's nice to read what's going on in someone else's life, because actually the stuff that's going on in your life is quite monotonous and quite boring. Because it's always the time people want to come and visit. You know, I get multiple people saying, oh, I'll come and see you in hospital, but actually it's the bit afterwards. I would always just advocate, send a message, just put it out there. If you're thinking of the person, send them a message and say, you know, I'd love to pop over. Send a message and say, I'd like to give you a call, are you available? And I've had people contact me that I worked with years ago who've come over, and that's been really lovely reconnecting. Checking in first as to, can I bring you something?
If you do come around and visit, I think nice things are, you know, to bring things like food.
I would say probably avoid chocolates and flowers, because they're really lovely, but food is better, I think.
Like, it's a really lovely thing to bring around food that you can't prepare for yourself. Check with the person before you sort of bring, like bringing like, you know, 10 tons of curry for them to freeze that they're never going to eat.
I'm going to make a batch of lasagna, would you like one? And that giving a couple of options is quite, you know, narrowing it down I think is quite a good idea.
Yeah. When you're going for your chemo, is very much key to sort of check with you, like what kind of foods would be appropriate because of your taste buds changing, or even like day to day you'd be like, oh, like something you liked yesterday, you'd be like, absolutely not, like absolutely not. Okay.
A friend of mine made a katsu curry sauce, and she'd done like lots of research into how it affects your taste buds, so she tried to make sure that it would be something that would cut through that metallic taste that you get when you're having chemo, and she just bagged them up, just the sauce, and then gave me some chicken, so all of it could go in the freezer. So if I was on a day when I really couldn't do much, I just defrost it and stick it in the microwave, and it was perfect. So that is a really lovely thing to do. When people come over, I'm always, you know, I like to be a host, and I'll always be like, would you like a drink? Would you? And actually, what I really need is people to come over and go, no, you sit down, I know where the kettle is, I'll go and make a cup of tea, I'll do it.
When you do come over, just like be happy to sort of sit in silence sometimes. Like, I guess that comes through, depends what kind of people are coming round, but I think, like, I know you find it really tiring when people come round and you have to make conversation, and you can do it for maybe like 20 minutes, and then, you know, it's quite tiring, and then it just all becomes a bit awkward. So I think like a nice thing is to just come, maybe even they just bring a book and like, no, I'm happy just to like enjoy your company, just chill out with you, and like, oh, I've got a bit of work to do, so it'd be nice just to hang out, and I'll do that, so you don't feel pressured to be entertaining.
Really quite relevant to modern day working, that I've had a few friends who've come over and said, look, on Monday I'll keep you company, you know, you've got Wi-Fi, I'll come and work from your house, and so they're busy and I can just watch telly, and then they'll say, would you like a cup of tea, or would you like a drink, and it just sort of takes the pressure off you having to entertain, because I struggle switching that off.